What's up, everybody? All the Rage Gamer here, coming at you today with another video. Today I have, right off to the side here on the floor, another unboxing for you. So yesterday was the release date of the latest Fromsoftware title, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. So that's what I've got for you here today. I've got the collector's edition of Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. But just something I want to get out of the way first. Obviously, I am a huge Fromsoftware fanboy. You know, I've played all of the, all of the Dark Souls games, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, so on and so on and so on. All of like their kind of modern era titles. But as far as Armored Core goes, I am an Armored Core noob. I've never played any of the other Armored Core titles, and as far as I know, obviously there is at least 5 others, because this is Armored Core 6 that we have here today. So there's at least 5 other titles. I believe that there was some, other kind of offshoot titles for like the PSP, I think, as far as I can remember. But either way, I'm a noob when it comes to the Armored Core series, but you know what? I'm a Fromsoftware fanboy through and through, and whatever kind of game that they make, if it even remotely piques my interest, I'm going to play it, because in Fromsoftware I trust. So I am wearing a Dark Souls t-shirt today, my Praise the Sun t-shirt. Obviously not a Dark Souls game, but, again, Fromsoftware fanboy here. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get right on into the unboxing. So here it is, the box that arrived to me yesterday. I do kind of have it pre-opened here a little bit just to kind of expedite the process, but one thing I did want to kind of call out that I thought that I appreciated, as someone who works in retail and has worked in the electronics department of a retail store, I can appreciate the little orange sticker here on the side of the box that has the street date for the title on it. I've seen that sticker many, many, many times over my course of working as a retail store employee. So I just wanted to kind of shout that out. But either way, let's get the box open here. Alright, so we've got the product right inside here. And I guess it's worth mentioning for the collector's edition of this, I paid, I believe it was $260 roughly, but that also included a $30 shipping cost. This was only available from the Bandai Namco store, their online store. So this wasn't available at like GameStop or Best Buy or any of those kind of brick and mortar retail stores, which was a little disappointing, I guess, from a convenience standpoint, but I was able to get my hands on this. So again, price point on this plus the $30 shipping was about $260. There were 2 different types of shipping that you could get. I got the more expensive shipping to kind of ensure that I was going to get it on release day. The other shipping would have taken longer. So I definitely wanted to get this on launch day. So I opted to pay the little extra money for the shipping. So if you take the shipping away, the product itself would have been, I guess, around $230 or somewhere around there. The exact price point I don't recall. I might put it up here on the screen somewhere in post to just let you know the actual price for just the product itself. But either way, so here we have it out of the box, and we got the image of one of the Armored Cores there on the cover. So Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. I got this for PlayStation 5. I typically get all of Fromsoftware titles on PlayStation. It's just kind of how I started my Fromsoftware journey. When I first bought, the very first title that I played was Dark Souls 1. Bought that on the PlayStation 3. I did get Sekiro on Xbox, but that was primarily because at the time I didn't really have a lot to play on Xbox, and there was no PvP to Sekiro, so I opted to get it on Xbox, but every other title I've gotten on PlayStation. So with that little side tangent out of the way, here's the side of the box of the same image on the front. On the other side, we have an image of the contents of the collector's edition. So obviously we've got the game, we've got the digital soundtrack, we got some pin badges, we have an art book, we have stickers, but most importantly, we have a figurine or a statue of an Armored Core from the game. And then on the back we have, you know, basically the image or some screenshots from the game, and you know, feed the fire, let the last cinders burn. A new action title developed by Fromsoftware. A mysterious new source of energy was discovered on the planet Rubicon 3. It has thrilling boss battles and dynamic omnidirectional battles. So, you know, this is essentially just like a mech combat game. Again, I am a Armored Core noob, so I'm not really sure exactly what to expect. I did follow the lead up to this game a little bit, as far as, you know, what to expect from it. But I'm excited to play it. So, without further ado, let's crack this open and take a look at the contents. Just get the shroud off of here. Just a little bit of tape to cut through. So we'll get that out of the way, and then we actually have on the sides we have a registration number and an identification name, RB23 and Raven. On the side of the box there, taking the shroud off. So let's get this on open. So first thing is we've got the game itself for PlayStation 5. Then we have our digital soundtrack thing. There is a code on the back. Obviously not going to show that because I don't want anybody to take it from me. Then we have some stickers, it looks like here. Actually, we have a lot of stickers. So, some of the stickers there. And another. And another. Then we have the, so the game comes with a steelbook for the game. So there is the steelbook. Steelbooks, for me, I don't particularly really care for them. I mean, it is a nice little thing to have for, you know, displaying. Which is what I'm going to do with most of this stuff. I'm going to display it in my living room with a lot of my other collectibles. So we'll actually open that up and kind of give you a look with it open. But what I don't particularly like about these is the housing in the middle on these. They're like very different. So like the little peg that holds the game in there on the center. On steelbooks, they tend to be very different, and they tend to be kind of difficult to get the game out, and sometimes I feel like I'm going to break the game in half just trying to get the game out of the case. So while I appreciate you know, this being a, you know, kind of collectible thing, I very much appreciate the games now coming like in the standard like plastic case, and then you can swap it in and out of the steelbook if you so choose. My game, the plastic wrap on it is ripped on the bottom, but I don't think that's really too big of an issue. Game isn't freely floating around inside, so it seems to be secure. Just get that out of the way, that cardboard. And then we have the pin badges, it looks like. Also right here. Which actually come in a little case with some... Yeah, let me just slide this off to the side here. So I would take it that these are like little pins that you can actually like pin onto. Yeah. So there are the pin badges. Those are actually legit pins that you can pin onto yourself, and I'll show you. Taking them out, there's the little clasps that keep the pin secure. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. I can appreciate that. I did lose the cover to this on the floor somewhere. It's over there by the camera, so we'll get that after the video is over. But there's the pin. So we have the steel book, the pin badges, the stickers. We have the digital soundtrack, the game itself, obviously, which we'll all get off to the side over here. And then what we're really waiting for is the statue. Oh, actually, there's also the art book. I forgot about the art book. So we'll show that. So we have the art book there. Seems like a pretty small art book, but we'll give you a little bit of a look at it. You know, we have the art of Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. So that is the first page. We'll just kind of thumb through and look for some good highlight bits from the inside of the art book. Won't take too much time. We're not going to go through the whole art book, but just some things that I think look pretty cool. That's a good one. It's got one of the armored cores right in it. And then in the back, there's like kind of concept art, it looks like. So we'll try to give you, we'll go with that one. So kind of some concept art there in the back. So overall, pretty cool. I like the art books. They're a nice touch generally to any collector's edition of game that you get. Do appreciate those. Now we're on to the statue, which is always my favorite part. So we're gonna tip this upside down because this will get its own little box for the statue. So we'll get the big box here out of the way temporarily. So here is the box for the statue, and on the back there's like a little schematic for an armored core. So we have an AC 2000 tool arm, 2C 2000 crawler, whatever that means. Again, I'm an armored core noob, so I'm sure I will learn all the terminologies when I go to play the title. Alright. So, it's actually kind of like it's more like an action figure really than a statue. Something else in the bottom here, which is presumably the base for it. So we've got a probably like a little assembly guide. This is pretty different from typical things that you get Well, the last thing that I got was the Elden Ring Collector's Edition, and that was just like a statue of Melania. This appears to be more of like an actual action figure. So there it is in the clamshell, and it's actually got pieces that you can put on. It's got little hands. It's actually got another head that you can replace on the actual unit, and some swappable pieces. So I do hope that the last unboxing I did was for a Elden Ring collectible. It was from I think it was SH Figuarts of Festering Fingerprint Vike. And if any of you watched that, I was very not happy with that particular product. The spear that came with it actually ended up breaking as I was trying to put it in his hand. But that was a fully articulated figure. This appears to not be articulated at all. It's just solid, which I can appreciate. It just has the replaceable pieces. So there is the armored core right there. So put that down right there, and then we have a bunch of other pieces. So there's like a gun that you can presumably attach to it. There is another head for it. So we have another headpiece. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that on camera, but that is another headpiece for it. Then we have another gun with one of the hands already attached to it. Then we have a second hand. And we have another, presumably a weapon piece. And then what looks like a some sort of like missile or something probably goes on its back. So we'll take a quick look at the little booklet here for it. I would presume this is probably just a very rudimentary kind of assembly thing. Yeah, more or less. So it's basically just a little booklet that tells you, how to put the pieces on. Alright, so we've got all the little pieces on the armored core statue here. So the only piece I didn't put on, it's your preference, the little second head. So I just kept the head that was on there already. That's got like the little like combat visor on it. But we've got all the other pieces on it. So we have, what wasn't already on there was this gun. So that is for the armored core's right hand. And I already had the hand attached to the gun. So I'm going to show you this like this, and then we'll probably get up and we'll do a little bit of like a close-up image of it. But there's that. Then there's the pieces that go on the back. So we have like the little missile launcher pack there on the back, plus the additional gun that kind of just stows on its back. And then we had this thing on its left arm, which kind of looks like some sort of like spike driver or something. So this, there was a little piece that was already attached to this on the side that can just kind of pop right off. And then there was a rail on its left arm that can slide down onto. And then this just kind of tabs into it. So a little bit loose, like obviously if you don't touch it, it'll be fine, but there's that, like the little spike driver or drill or whatever it is. And as far as the base goes, there isn't really a way. I presumed, so here's the base that it sits on. I presumed that there were going to be like little pegs that you could, like on the bottom of its feet, so that you could peg it in. But there is no such things on the bottom, so we'll give you a quick look at the like the bottom of its feet. There's really no pegs on it. So as far as it sitting on the base, it kind of just sits on the base, just freely, which I don't really like that. Obviously, you know, I would like it to stay secure on the base, but I mean, there are kind of these little indentations in it, which I presume are probably to try to, you know, keep it secure somewhat, I guess. But yeah, there's really no way to secure it to the base. You just kind of put it down on the base, and there it is. But that's the figure. So we'll do a quick little close-up of it here in a second. All right. So just in the interest of not having to redo the camera here, so we got a close-up of the armored core here. Just trying to keep it centered in frame. Apologies if the lighting is a little off. I am right up on my ring light that's behind the camera, so. But so we got the little spike driver thing that's on the side of its arm there. And again, that just that can kind of come right off. And then this piece here, that kind of just trying to get the camera to focus here. That kind of just slots right onto the arm, slides right on, and then this just kind of pegs right on. So then the back, we have the there were two little pegs on both of these things for the gun and the missile launcher. So those just kind of pegged right into these little pegs here. And then we have the other gun on the side. So, I mean, overall, pretty cool. I like it. The only thing I don't particularly care for is the how the base, there's really no way to kind of peg it into the base to keep it secure. I guess just to show this off, you can remove the head, obviously. Just kind of wiggle it out, and then you can replace it with the other one. So we'll do that real quick just to show you. So there's the other head on it. So that's basically it without like the visor. So you can kind of see where this doesn't have a visor on the head, but this one does. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. My camera's really not focusing really well right now. Either way, I apologize for the camera being out of focus, but we'll go ahead and pop that other head off. Just, you know, kind of wiggle it back and forth. You don't. These pieces are very small, so. But that head kind of just popped right back in there. So there's the other head back in there. So overall, pretty cool. I like it. All right, so that's pretty much it. That more or less kind of wraps up this unboxing of the collector's edition of Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Again, this ran me about $260 for the whole thing. But that also included the $30 for shipping. This was only available on the Bandai Namco Entertainment website. That was the only way that I could see that this was available to purchase. Whether or not it is still in stock, you'd have to go and check for yourself on their website. If you wanted to get your hands on one of these, I'm sure that the price of these, you know, on like the, you know, secondary markets like eBay and stuff like that, the prices will probably be a little higher, because usually with these kind of collector's edition things, you know, people obtain them and then they price gouge them typically if you get them on websites like that. But just to kind of recap what is included. So obviously we have the little statue, little figurine of the Armored Core. We'll slide that off to the side here. Obviously we have a copy of the game. Again, I got it on PlayStation 5. So there's that. We have the steelbook that came with it. So there is that. And again, I do appreciate the fact that the steelbook is included, but it's the game is not already in the steelbook. Show you the back again. Again, just like the little pegs on the steelbook here, I don't particularly care for them. It just feels like the game is a little too secure in there, and it's kind of a struggle to get the game off of that peg in the steelbook. But I do like this. It's a nice little piece to display. Then we had the pin badges that came with it. This was just the little booklet that shows you how the pieces go on to the statue. We had the little digital soundtrack card. There is a QR code on the back, also with a code to like manually redeem it. Obviously not going to show that to you guys because I don't want anybody to take it from me. We had the art book. And lastly, we had this little kind of sticker package that came with it. You know, you can put these, you know, maybe on the base of the statue, or, you know, put them wherever you want. Just a couple of books of stickers relative to the game. So that about wraps it up. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up on it. I really would appreciate that very much. Leave me some comments in the comment section down below of what you thought of this unboxing of Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, All the Rage Gamer, I would appreciate it if you click that subscribe button. That really does help out a lot. And if you'd like to get notified each and every time I upload a new video here on the channel, click the little bell icon next to the subscription box and you'll get notifications every time I upload. But again, that wraps up everything. All of the contents here of the Armored Core 6 Collector's Edition are on the table. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. If I had to grade it out of 10, I would probably give this like a probably like a solid 8 out of 10. Pretty happy with it. I think my favorite part, obviously aside from the statue, is the little badges. I do like that. That's kind of something that I've never really seen before in any of the collector's editions that I've gotten. And they are actual legitimate badges. I'll just quickly kind of take one out for you so you can see. But these are legitimate badges that you can actually wear. So we'll get one of them out of here, out of this little foam casing. So there it is. You can actually put that on your shirt or put it on, you know, like a jacket or something. You know what? We'll put it in our shirt right now. There we are. All right, so that again, that wraps it up. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll catch you later in the next video.